Hi, it's Nicole here with another Flirty Friday video. If you're new to my channel, you can subscribe below so you don't miss a video. Every Friday I put out an amazing love and relationship tips video to create an awesome, epic love life. Today we're going to talk about how to tell if a man is available or not. I get this question a lot, and I have a lot of women coming to me either dating unavailable men or wondering if their guy's available or not. So I'm going to give you 3 ways to tell whether or not he's available, and also show you how you can show up differently to attract in the available guy. So sign 1 that a man is available is consistency. This is a big piece. So what consistency means is that he consistently shows up for you over time. Okay, so he does what he says he is going to do. And here's the key piece: if he doesn't, if he can't, he comes back and he apologizes and he makes a plan for how it's going to be different moving forward, or how he's going to show up in a better way to stay consistent. So here's what I mean. Here's the contrast, okay? So unavailable guy, maybe he says, hey, let's hang out on Saturday night at 8 p.m. or even let's make a date for Saturday at 8 p.m. And that time comes along and he doesn't show up, or maybe he texts you three hours later, hey, sorry, got busy, can't meet tonight, that kind of thing. And he doesn't really apologize for it. There's kind of like, okay, this is normal. This is just the way it is. He doesn't see the need to show up consistently for you. So you're left going, hey, what's going on here? He was going to show up. He didn't, right? Available man, what he would do in that situation is something like, I'm so sorry. I know I was supposed to show up for you at 8 p.m. and I couldn't because of, XYZ reason. I apologize for that. Here's what I'm going to do in the future forward to make sure that doesn't happen again. In the future, I will text you ahead of time to let you know if I can't make it. Would you like to schedule a date for Tuesday at 8 p.m.? Okay, so the available guy, he's able to own up when he doesn't show up for you. So guys can't show up for you 24/7 consistently all the time, right? But the available guy, he's gonna realize he lagged in showing up. He's gonna apologize and he will do something to make it better. The unavailable guy will just not show up, either not say anything or think it's not a big deal, or not get the reason why that was important to you that he shows up. Okay, so if any of you are dating the guys who kind of come in and out, they're inconsistent in their communication. They say they're going to do one thing, maybe they talk about making plans for the weekend, but then the weekend comes and it never happens. That guy just isn't in the place where he's available to be consistently showing up for you over time, okay? Not that he's bad or wrong, he's just not there. A consistent guy is an available guy. He actually has it within himself to show up, and when he can't, he apologizes. So one of the things I loved about my man Mike early on was he did this. It's not that he was perfect from day one, ladies. I know some of you have watched videos of me and my man. If you want, you can click on my YouTube channel and watch. I have several videos with me and my man Mike. And lots of women say, oh my God, he's so amazing. How do I find someone like him? It wasn't that he was perfect from day one. There were things where he messed up. But for example, I remember one time I think we were supposed to go to dinner, or he was supposed to come over to my house for dinner. This is before we lived together. This is way early on. And his work ran late, but he didn't call me to let me know. So I was kind of sitting there. I'm a person who's kind of hungry all the time. So if I have to wait like 2 more hours for dinner, that's a problem. I'm going to get really hungry. And so he didn't call to let me know he was going to be late, because in his mind, he's just a man, he's in masculine mode. Like, let me just get to the goal. Let me just make it happen. But that didn't work for me, because if I would have known, I would have made myself a snack or something. So I simply said to him something like, hey, not trying to make you wrong here. I totally get that your work is important to you, and that, you have a job where you kind of need to be there. He sells life insurance. He's on the phone all the time. I had thought that you were going to come earlier. And so, I wanted to have dinner with you. I didn't eat. I was expecting you to be here at a certain time. And so I kind of built my schedule around that. And so when you didn't come, it kind of messed with my schedule and my eating and all of that. So in the future, would you be available to maybe text me or let me know ahead of time? And he was like, oh my God, I totally get it. I'm so sorry. Here's what I'm going to do. In the future, I will text you. I will let you know ahead of time. And then he did that. That's the key. An available man is not just going to give you words. When he says he's going to do something or change something, he will. So my man Mike, pretty much every single time there was ever some point of like, okay, conflict, or I'd like you to do this differently, he would say he was going to do it differently, and then he would do it pretty much the next time, and they're moving forward. So that showed me, wow, he's really available. He's really consistent, okay? So how can you shift to attracting this kind of man? You have to look at, are you being consistent yourself? Do your words match your actions? If you tell yourself you're going to go to the gym at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, do you wake up and go? Or do you snooze? Do you keep your commitments to yourself? Are you flaky with your friends? Or do you keep your commitments to them? Do you keep your commitments to work? You can shift yourself into being a person who, when you say you're going to do something, you do it. And if you can't, you apologize and show that person how you're going to do it better, differently. Then you're energetically being consistent and committed yourself. Number 2 way you can tell if a man is available or not for a commitment. You want to look at his relationship to time and priorities. And what I mean by that is an unavailable man, at the end of the day, he has a priority, one or more, that in his mind are so big, so overarching, so overwhelming, that he believes he has to give all of his time to that, and he doesn't have time for a relationship. So in his mind, there's a relationship that this thing is the most important. If I give time to something else, like a relationship, this piece is going to suffer. So what that looks like is, let's say the guy has job first priority, okay? He's someone who works all the time. He's very passionate in his career. His relationship to that, though, is this, I need to give all my time to this, and if I give time to this, it's going to take away. So business is here, relationship is here, and he believes in his mind, if he takes any time away from business to give to a relationship, business is going to suffer. You can also input kids, right? Maybe his overarching priority is kids. And the key is not that he has a big priority. Lots of people have big priorities. What you want to look for is, what is his relationship in his mind, time-wise, to it? So a guy could be really passionate about his career. A guy could have children, but he could see it as the relationship doesn't take away from that. And then he would be available for the relationship. If you are meeting a guy who he has it in his mind that time in a relationship is going to be a detriment to his overarching priority, like business or kids, then he won't be available to give himself to a relationship, because he has it set up that relationship takes away from his big priority, okay? So it's not bad for a guy to have priorities. I want you to hear me on this. He can be into his business, he can be into his kids, he can be into fitness, his hobbies, whatever. What matters is his own relationship and his own mind to whether or not giving time to a relationship is detrimental to his other priorities, or is something that's going to make the other priorities greater, okay? And yes, you can look for a guy whose overarching priority is love and relationship, family, children, all of that. That would be someone who then there would be no conflict whatsoever, because his number one priority is that. But again, I'll use my man Mike as an example. He's someone who loves to work. He's driven. He works a lot like I do, but he doesn't see spending time in a relationship with me as hurting his work. If anything, he thinks it helps him. And he made, I think he made either $50,000 more, or I think it's $50,000 more the year like that we met, because our relationship is so great that it fuels everything else. So he doesn't see relationship as taking away from his success in his career. He also is a person who, at the end of the day, he is a family person. He is a relationship person. He'll put that first. So, I think it was last week. I was for some reason I was kind of really upset. I had one of those days where you go in your inbox and it's like, everything makes you upset. I was also, very, 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 very pregnant at that time, and I just was upset. And he had taken, he was working from home that day. He was doing a half day. It was, I think, the day before Thanksgiving. And I was upset to the point of like crying. And he said, Nicole, I'm just going to cancel work today and I'm going to be here for you. I want to take care of you. And I said, that's okay. I didn't need him to. But he canceled his work because he wanted to be there for me. That's a man that doesn't see giving time to a relationship as, oh my God, if I do that, I'm going to suffer in my work. That's what you want to look for. That's a guy who's actually available for a relationship. So how do you get that kind of man? Again, it's about who you're being. So check in with yourself right now. Do you do things like say, I'm going to work on working with a love coach next year? Or I'm going to work on my love life when my business is at a certain place. Or I'm going to focus on my love life when my kids are out of the house. Are you currently right now seeing giving time to a relationship, or even just focusing on dating? Are you the kind of person that says, I don't have time today, 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 I'm so busy? If you're doing that, guess what? You're in that same energy as the guy who's unavailable for love. What you're saying is, I have other overarching priorities that are so important that I believe that if I devote time to my love life, they're going to suffer. The key is realizing that a good relationship makes every other area of your life better. It really, really, really does. So, are you willing to prioritize love? Are you willing to give time to love? Are you willing to create a relationship in your mind where the more time you spend focusing on your love life, the better the other areas of your life get? That can happen too if you choose that. And then you'll be available for love truly, which attracts that available man. Okay? Number 3 way you can tell if a man is available for a relationship, very simply, does he tell that to you? Does he say that to you? See, so many women date unavailable men, and they're like, I don't know what he wants. Maybe he'll shift. Maybe he'll change. Here's the thing. Guys, for the most part, know what they want. And they will tell you what they want if you actually ask them. So, very easy way to tell if a guy wants commitment is to ask him. Now, you don't have to ask him on the first date. But if you've been dating a guy for like 3 months, a month, whatever, you can simply say to him something like, hey, here's where I'm at in my life. Where I'm at in my life is right now, it's very important for me to find my partner or to find my husband or whatever your thing is. And I know that that's my priority. And so because that's my priority, right now I'm really only available to date people who have the potential to develop into that person in the future. And I'm not sure where you're at, and wherever you're at is totally okay with me, for sure. But I'd love to know, where are you at in your own life? What do you want for yourself in the future? And just be quiet and ask. If he goes, I don't know, probably not available. If he's like, well, yeah, you know what I'd like is to get married and have children, he'll tell you if he's available or not. So if he's told you that he's not available, ladies, believe him. It is way harder to take an unavailable man and try to get him to commitment than it is to take a man who's already thinking in his own mind that he wants a commitment and to move him to that space. So listen to what he tells you. And here is, for any of you who are dating a guy and you're like, is he available or not? Should I stay or not? And you've been following me for a while, here's a little trick. Ask yourself, would Nicole date the guy that I'm dating? Would a love coach date the guy that I'm dating? Or would they want something more for themselves? And if you are new to my community and you don't know me yet, go watch all of my videos. You'll know me and you'll learn so much amazing stuff about love, I promise you. But then the question you could ask yourself is, via the guy you're dating, available or not available, should I continue or not? If I truly, 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 truly loved myself, if I felt like I was so valuable that any guy should want me, would I still date this man? And if your answer is no, then I invite you to look at, maybe it's time to shoot for someone who's way more available, because you deserve someone consistent and you deserve someone available. And again, if you can shift into being that kind of person for yourself, you are a match for that kind of man, okay? So I hope this video was helpful for you to help you determine whether a guy is available or not. If you have a question that you'd like me to answer for a Flirty Friday video, you can go below this video and click to submit your question. If we choose your question, we'll let you know and you'll see a Flirty Friday video on that topic. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a very flirty Friday.